We're here with Tehran and George from Imperfect Gentlemen. Welcome to the show, boys.
Thank you.
Fiona's about to break the table. You guys created this podcast, so I hear, right? And we want to know about this podcast because you are giving men excuses to be imperfect, right?
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Explain yourself.
Actually, let me tell you, the concept is we bring guests on each week to give us the female perspective on how we as men can be better men. But then we try to convince them why you should let us just be crappy men. But
oh, you try to do that, not just me.
That's a good point.
Mix me in.
That's a good point.
So what are some of your imperfections?
Well, first of all, we've realized that every guy is crappy. So the best thing to do is find the least crappy guy on the scale. So every guy is crappy, no matter who the guy is. But if you can mold the guy and shape the guy and just wait and be patient, then you'll...
It's a lot of work.
I don't think that sounds really right to me. I don't think I should be in any kind of position where I'm molding or shaping my partner into what I want them to be.
Okay, question.
Are you single?
Now I am now.
Well, there we go. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Do you really think that girls have the power to change a man? Because I think that that's like the worst illusion that we have.
Absolutely.
Is that we think we can change a man. We don't.
No,
Do you
we
really
can't.
think we
You
can?
definitely can. It's just about how long it lasts. So it's a maintenance package.
It's 30 years in.
You could definitely change a man, but you got to keep up with it. The second you stop, it
Hold
changes.
on a sec. Wait.
So wait, the second we stop,
Yeah.
the second we stop changing what?
Us. It's like, it's
Working
going
on
to the
them.
gym, working out your muscles.
Okay.
Building your muscles.
So you never become autonomous on your own.
Of course not. Guys never... The number one thing to tell a guy is grow up. Because guys never grow up. We just grow taller.
So why don't you just say, I'm gonna grow up?
Because we are by far the less intelligent of the two genders. Let's be honest.
Oh my God.
Women have the power. Women have all the power.
Women are way
You just
smarter.
don't know how to use it.
Okay, so what are some of the things that girls have complained about you in the past?
They say I'm too sensitive and I don't get it, I'm in touch with my feelings.
Don't
I can
encourage
be
it.
myself.
Don't
I
encourage
can
it.
love everyone and be happy.
What about you?
They say the exact opposite about me.
No way. I can't see that at all. No. You have no heart, they say?
That's what they say, but that's because I didn't come to LA to date you. So my priority lies elsewhere. And that's
fair, though.
but that's a conversation.
That's
Isn't that a conversation we had?
It is.
So
had
would
that
you say that
conversation with
he's
him.
more of a partner to you than, say, any other female?
I would.
I think we should see other people. It's not me, it's you. It's just not working out.
So you see how he moved across that question?
I have to go back to the change thing because it's really bugging me right now. You said that the change stops when we stop making you change.
Yes.
Now, I firmly believe that people change for themselves, not other people. Why is it my responsibility to make you a better man?
Get it, girl.
I'm not giving you a hard time. Answer my question first. Answer my question first. Why is it my responsibility to make you a better man?
It's not necessarily your responsibility. We live in a world of distractions, right? And I think men and women alike. Things like Instagram, in our stories, in our feeds, constantly seeing new information. So there are a lot of distractions. And you need to kind of stay in front of your partner and keep reminding them of what's agreed upon between you two.
But it has to be equitable, though. It has to be
Here's
equitable.
the
You gotta be equal, homie. I can't.
We're
go
not
over.
complaining about us being us. You're complaining about us being us. So you need to change
What
us.
I'm complaining about is the fact that once again the responsibility falls on the women.
Right, but they don't want to change.
Yeah.
They're only changing
That's why
because
we'll
we
never
want
date
them
them.
to. But I see what you're saying. Okay.
Are you guys single right now?
We're always single. It's LA.
Why do you deny me?
I'm not in LA. Hold on. So are you single?
You're
working, dating?
I'm working to find my life partner at this stage.
Okay,
of my life.
and you haven't found them yet, but you've been.
There's someone who might be.
He's openly searching. So George is a very much a relationship person, right?
I can see that.
And that's the difference between us. And that's the difference between a lot of different men.
Yes.
Is that there are some relationship men, but to me, that doesn't make it special. If you're just willing to be in a relationship, it's plug and play.
Totally.
It's anyone you insert, that's the love of my life.
No,
Yes.
that's not it. It's about finding my soulmate. I'm in a search
Are you
for my
monogamous?
soulmate.
Monogamous, one partner.
Monogamous, I plan to be, yes.
As an imperfect lady myself,
But you're not.
I see no imperfections.
we want to know how you guys can handle with our imperfections. So we've had complaints, that guys give us. So, Fiona, why don't you go with the first one?
I'm a bit manic and needy. So I'm pretty sure there are moments that we've already discussed that I'm not going to see you for 2 days.
Act it out. Act it out.
So I haven't seen you in 2 days. Where have you been?
Oh my God.
Where have you been, babe?
Can you handle that?
This is
I feel
exactly what
violated.
happens.
I
This is
feel
what happens.
violated.
George calls me. T, I'm going through this. Bruh, you need to let her go. Hey, bruh, she gotta go.
So neediness, no.
God, that's one of the
I
biggest
don't.
pet peeves for guys, is a girl who's too needy. And the reason is because as men, we're not really engaged in our own emotional insecurities. So we're not trying to deal with your certain set of problems either. And when you act needy, we're not able to multitask, and we're not able to focus on what we want to get done. And B, it reminds us of your clinginess and pressure and ultimatums, and then we slowly start pushing you
I don't
away.
have no pressure or
It's my turn.
cleanness.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
You go,
My
you
turn,
go.
my turn.
Next
Oh,
one.
but you do. You just pressured him.
How about
Okay.
this one? How about this
Okay.
one?
Okay.
I'm fine. Go ahead. Go with the boys. I'm fine.
The
I'm
passive aggressive.
I kind of like that a little.
It's because you like
It makes
crazy.
me wondering, and I want to appease you now. I want to step over the fence and give you a hug. I want to fix things. I want to fix
Because
things.
that's him. But most guys are gonna look at that and go, use your words.
I'm
I
fine.
don't know. I'm not
I'm
able
fine.
to communicate
These
as
are
well
my
as
words.
you do.
I am fine.
And I'm gonna go, okay.
Great. Bye. Next one.
You're fine. Well,
Well, they're
exactly,
fighting.
and that causes a
Right.
conflict.
Yes, of course
And
it
that's what I'm
does.
saying. Lack of communication is the number one issue. in
Number one.
relationships.
Vivi?
How about
Vivi.
this one? You know, it's just like that one time, in 2009 when you said that thing. I mean, it's not okay.
They
you know,
remember
like-
everything.
Yes. Bringing stuff
Spaghetti
from the
brain.
past.
Sure.
Do you handle that?
I'm sorry.
George.
And where George apologizes, I say to myself, you know how airlines charge for extra baggage? So do I. Let it go. Okay,
Let
Penny
it
Lane,
go,
let it
girl.
go.
So, do you ever have moments of insecurity or fear?
Of course.
And
Every
do
guy
you
does. That's
share-
how we live in that zone.
Do you share those moments with your significant other when you're feeling insecure or someone you're dating? Do you share that with them and saying, God, I was feeling really insecure today about this?
No, I'm a guy. I'm a
because
All right,
guy.
get out.
He's
This
never,
is the reason. Get
he's
figured out.
never felt
we can't-
insecure. Like if you
Yeah, of
take,
course he has.
if you had confidence in a jar, his would be filled
Right.
all the way.
People say the same
But
about me.
I have
Same.
my
It's not the
insecurities, and I like putting them at the forefront of the relationship. So that way you're not surprised when I act a certain way. You
like
have a
you.
higher level of understanding when I'm not meeting your expectations or my own.
Do you
What are the things right now that are keeping you from being in a relationship? I mean, I know you're looking, but for you.
Well, first of all, we live in LA, and LA is possibly the toughest city to date
Why?
in the entire country because, first, people come here to focus on their careers. Second of all, you have a lot of fickle and fake people that live in one city. And it's not even people who are from LA, often it's the transplant. There are people who are looking for the next best thing, no matter what
Or
that thing
themselves.
is. They're looking for a swipe right, and they're looking for a free lunch. And that's what happens. So hurt people. And the cycle continues. There's a guy who gets hurt by a girl, then he goes and hurts another girl, and now that girl goes and hurts another guy.
It's like
and
an
it doesn't
STD.
stop.
Okay, are you guys
Who
upfront?
hurt you? Who hurt you?
I've hurt too many.
Who hurt
Are you guys
Sophia?
upfront about your feelings? Like if you're dating someone you don't want to be anymore, are you upfront or do you try to be the nice guy?
I think I've been a little too upfront, and honestly, maybe it's hurt me. That's where Tehran may. Oh, thank you. I will accept your needs.
he
I
doesn't
think
need-
I think that's where Tehran may be right in some ways. I kind of spill it all sometimes, and it backfires.
It's
about
nice,
you?
this balance.
I'm a very upfront person. I communicate and I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And that in itself causes conflict because often girls try to interpret things because they say things like, I'm fine, when that's not what they mean.
Right.
So they often think that I also need to be interpreted.
So
but I don't.
you would say you do never need to be interpreted.
Right.
You are
No.
very clear
100%.
out the get-go.
If I say I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry.
But you do not share insecurities when you do doubt
I'm
and you
always
do
hungry.
fear.
Of
That's
course
not something you
because
share.
that's a guy thing and that's in general. So me
Interesting.
personally, I'm very communicative. However, most guys are not. They don't know how to deal with things.
So
They
you
punch
wouldn't
walls
say
instead of.
oh girl, I'm gonna put a ring on it and we gonna go to town unless you really meant it.
I would never say that, no matter what. Like, I would just never talk like that. I'm not from Texas.